Hello. Well, while my whole co-host gets herself together, I'm gonna kick it off by starting with welcome back to the fourth official TSL show live. And today we are starting off with giving you guys something a little new. So over the course of the last three, um, well, the first two, but three altogether shows we have been focusing on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we were thinking, you know what? Being that we're getting the two for one right now at Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and on the same week, Real Housewives of Atlanta kicking it off on Sunday, and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills picking it up on Wednesday. We were just thinking, why not just give you guys a little bit of both? So we are officially starting our first recap on the first two episodes of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And just to guys give you a quick run back, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills consists of the longest housewife on the show currently at the moment, Kyle Richards, and we have after her Lisa Rinna, Dorit, Erica Jane, Garcelle Movie, as a lot of you guys might know her as Stancy from the Jamie Foxx show. We have Sutton Stark, and then our newest cast member kicking off with her first season is Diana Jenkins. We'll also have returning friend of the show, Kathy Hilton, who is Paris Hilton's mother and also sister to Kyle Richards. And we'll have Sheree come on there. And Sheree was originally married to Will Smith, but they got divorced. She has Will Smith's oldest son, and she'll be on the show also as, I believe, well known as a friend by Garcelle. Excuse me if I like if you guys keep hearing stuff in my nose, a little stuff right now due to allergies. So I took my allergy pills, but you know how they go. One nostril works, one nostril doesn't. We're going to keep the show moving. So just a quick recap. I know a lot of you guys probably are new to this, and a lot of you guys probably even haven't watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But for those who have, you know that last season ended off kind of pretty dark, and not dark in a sense, but Erica's husband, well, ex fiance, well, ex husband, excuse me, Tom Girardi was indicted on
Can
a
you hear me?
Ponzi scheme.
Oh, there. Sorry.
Yes, he was indicted on a Ponzi scheme, and he stole money from widows, orphans, and burn victims.
Hmm.
There was a documentary out on him on Hulu, and Erica Jane also got dragged into it as well because that she's his wife, or was his wife, because she did divorce him this, before the allegations came out against him. But what the whole speculation was, it was that Erica was spending the money also because he was putting the money into doing whatever she wanted to do. Um,
I mean, either way you look at it,
Kind of
Erica
left
has
off.
been
I
okay.
mean, I'm just giving them a recap for those who didn't see last season.
Okay.
And start this is a dark show. This is making girls organize this give me like I started off from the show, but as quickly right why
You're going in and out. We can't hear you.
well,
It's in and
huh?
out. You were going in and out. There you go. Now we can hear. No.
So something that was it's good now or is it lagging?
No, you're good now.
Something was a friend of the show, and I'm calling this the Sutton show for the first two episodes because Sutton is making these girls work for these diamonds that they're holding. And basically, Sutton voiced her opinion. Erica didn't like it. Erica has a problem with Sutton now. Even though all the girls voiced their opinion and how they felt, and even some of her friends made a mockery and a joke for what she was doing, she still is focusing on heavy hate towards Sutton. So,
we're talking about Erica.
we're about to officially kick this off. And get into some things. So, for those who do not know, this is Sutton Stark. This is who the first two episodes are all about.
Mm-hmm.
Sutton is making these girls work. She's not the same little crybaby that she was the first few times she was on. Well, the first season that she was on, but I think that's only because she was in front of the cameras the first time. So we're not going to really hold that against her. But Sutton is making the girls work this year. So the first episode kicks off with rehashing issues from last season with Sutton versus
Erica.
Lisa Rinna. No, Lisa. So, quick backstory. Lisa tried to make a big deal out of nothing. And, matter of fact, I don't even think I have the video on here. But, Sutton basically said that she had paid for Lisa's husband tables at a charity gala, the Elton John's, I want to say it's an AIDS gala that they do every year for charity. And Sutton said that she had paid for Lisa Rinna and her husband, Harry Hamilton's seat, and she never got a thank you. Now, before you guys all start, why is it making it such a big deal? Because it's a charity event. Sutton had tried to make it. Lisa Rinna had tried to make it a big deal with Garcelle about her gifting Garcelle some spaghetti sauce, and Garcelle didn't send her a text message, even though Garcelle told her the same day, "Thank you for the sauce." So Sutton was kind of using those two as analogies, but in Lisa likes fashion, Lisa didn't like it, so Lisa tried to make a big deal out of it, and it kind of plays out throughout the first two episodes. I kind of hate when they do this stuff and they try to drag things out throughout the season. I hope the first two episodes are the only time that we have to hear about this. I really don't want to hear about this for the rest of the season, to be completely honest with you. But later on in the next episode, which we'll get into a little bit later after.
Hello? Can't hear you.
All right, so it comes up again. And after it comes up again, Sutton basically puts her foot on Lisa Rinna's neck. But before we get there, we're going to kick off with Erica Jane because she's still in legal battles with her husband about getting a divorce. Or no, we're just going to call her Erica Jane. Talking to Garcelle and kind of Erica's stuff being disproven, even though she said that the case against her has been disproven. So let's take a look at this clip.
Why is the paper saying that $20 million went into your LLC?
I'll never get away from widows and orphans, even though it's not true. I never had it. It was never in my hands. It was never in my account. The bankruptcy trustee says Erica Girardi never touched the Lionaire money.
Oh, okay.
Other than Erica saying that they've been disproven, I've seen nothing. Not in the paper, not in the blogs, nowhere. If this is true, why isn't it in the press?
The facts are in my favor. I didn't touch any of this shit. And when someone is repeatedly saying things...
But weren't all the girls saying things?
Yeah, but she led the charge. Sutton spoke very strongly on things that have, by the way, been disproven.
How and when was this disproven?
I don't know. You'll have to go check all that out, but it was disproven early, so Bravo can do their due diligence. Okay. I don't really know.
I guess the question is, like, is the proof available to the public?
Yeah, duh. Tell them to go read everything that my lawyers put out and that they can answer their own questions. Thank you.
So wait, is everything dismissed?
No, it's not dismissed,
Okay.
but it's just kind of time to smile a little bit and have some fun.
Mm.
All right, so if you guys read the description of what this line is, I call it this line the not only is it the Sutton Stark show, but Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is starting to become the it's starting to become the show of allegations. A lot of stuff that these people are saying and a lot of stuff that is going on within these first two episodes is it's kind of hearsay in a sense. Because just like how she said this this case against her was disproven, and that she was saying that a lot of this stuff is a civil lawsuit and she hasn't really been pinned to anything. There has been a lot of
innocent
stuff.
until proven guilty.
Yeah, you're innocent because you're Erica Jane fan. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff that Erica is doing and that Erica is saying that the people on Twitter are fact finding and fact checking, and it's not working in her favor. I don't know if she's not listening to her lawyers or whatever the case may be. I really don't think they're going to talk about this too much because I did hear allegedly, this is all alleged, that Erica Jane did not want the story of her case that is still going on to be her storyline this season. It was kind of her storyline last season, so she was kind of like trying to put that on the back burner, but it still plays hand in hand because she's still beefing with Sutton, and the whole thing with her beefing with Sutton stemmed from the allegations brought against her. But the only reason why I was saying that is because if you remember, just watching the end of that last clip, they were talking about where was it disproven from, and she was like, she doesn't know that, she'll have to look it up. And everybody was also like, she's innocent. We told her she was innocent. Everybody can eat their hearts out that those who are against her, this, and that. And let's just say, because not only was there an article saying that her case was disproven, but the article stated that wherever the trial was taking place at was not in California. So what they did was they stopped the trial from wherever the trial was at, and they moved the trial to California, where it's going to resume at. So I don't know if she wasn't thinking or not, but here's article number 1 that says, here's a link to the 50-page of insider payments of an American Express for Erica Girardi, EJ Global LLC. The proposed Edelson PC compliant traces the money from the client settlement included the bullying victims to pay for her expenses. EJ is not being truthful on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So basically the gist of the thing was Erica was saying that basically she had no idea that this stuff was going on. She claimed that she never was in charge of her finances, even with her being on the show. She said that the paychecks that she got from the show, her husband took and her husband cashed. She never questioned him about any of the stuff that was going on. Basically because he was the main breadwinner. He was a top lawyer. And um, Beverly Hills. But even with the checks that she was earning from doing Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I guess we could say from her music video, because this is about 53 still trying to be a pop star. Um, and like the little stuff that she did from when she did Broadway and things of that nature. She claimed that none of the checks went directly. She never physically directly deposited any of her checks. Basically, her husband took care of that, which is why it says was the 20 million in her account. And it was like no, it was paid directly to her creditors for her benefit. No legal difference. So
Mhm.
if Erica had her old bank account, it wasn't put in her bank account. It was put into her that EJ Global LLC account.
Mhm.
And
Which is the business account, a business account.
yes, that was her business account for her job. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but I do have it on my phone, so I will read the highlighted parts for you guys. And it
Sorry,
says
stirring up all this tea.
that these payments covered the charges to those cards by Tom, Erica, and Erica's company. These payments
Mm.
are set forth in details line 401 through 4.399 of the Statement of Financial Affairs filed by Girardi Keith. And then it says on March 4th, 2020, the balance of Nanos Bates' operating account was only $1,570.62 between March 4th and March 12th of 2020. The only deposits in the account were the 5 checks above. On March 10th of 2020, the Nano operating account made a payment to the American Express card of $211,441.46 and another one of $238,833.77. Thousands of dollars of those payments were for Erica's company, EJ Global. It could only have came from one of the client settlement.
Mm.
So I feel like, Erica is jumping the gun on this.
What Erica trying to convince people that what everything that they're seeing is an illusion? Because
Yes.
when she was, I, but go ahead. When we go to the other clip, I want to talk about that. Her
Okay.
and
Yeah.
the
Her and him.
lady sitting down talking, and she
Her
was
and him.
like, I don't like the lady from Jamie Foxx show,
Oh, Garcelle.
Garcelle. Yes, was sitting down talking to Garcelle at the beginning of the first episode. I just was
Uh,
like, are you like, first of all, who are you trying to convince? Because it's like she trying to convince people that she has no part in it, but I just feel like it's insincere. Like I just feel like it's all a lie. But go ahead. Well, I feel like a couple ladies are lying, honestly. Um, from these
yes, and
first
that's why
couple
I said this is
episodes.
and this is why I said this is the things of stuff being alleged, because
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff that these ladies are saying aren't adding up. One and two, a lot of stuff that they're doing, the people are finding out stuff or getting receipts later down the line, disproving some of their statements.
Mhm.
And when it comes to Erica, all right, so when it comes to Erica, I just personally feel as though that this is something that she does not need to talk about anymore. Yes,
Mhm.
granted, it's a part of her real life, but you're getting beat at every turn. She literally can say something and there will be a million and one things against her. Like, I'm telling you guys, if you guys deep dive, especially if you guys were watching this last season, but if you guys literally deep dive on Twitter, the stuff that's going on with her in this case, there is documents out there, there is receipts, screenshots of stuff. Like there is a lot of things out there that does not help her case. And then this attitude that you guys will see later on when we show you guys the clips makes it no better because it makes her seem like she's one, self-centered,
Mhm.
two, she lacks empathy, three, she lacks sympathy, and four, it makes her seem like she's an all around, bitch. It's not a good
Wait,
look
are
for
we
her in
talking
this case.
about EJ?
Huh?
Are we still talking about EJ?
Yes.
She is, but I just feel like that's a defense. Her being being all.
It
I
could
just
be
feel like that's her defense, but
it could be a defense because at the end of the day, it's your name.
the women
So
they
I will
think are
understand that
weaker. But go ahead.
it's not even that. I don't think that if they think that women are weaker. I understand that it's her defense because for those who don't know, it's kind of basically left all on her now. Her husband's all of a sudden he's incompetent. He can't go to court by himself. He has these people doing stuff for court for him. Um, he has Alzheimer's. All of a sudden he's been declining now for all of these years, and they're kind of focusing more on her. But that's only because she is more of like in the limelight. But I feel like when you're in a defense mechanism, one, hold everybody accountable because this wasn't just one person. This was multiple people. It wasn't just Erica. I mean, it wasn't just Sutton. You had Sutton, you had Garcelle, you had Dorit, and you had Kyle. The only person who was sticking beside her, which is odd, is Lisa Rinna.
Mhm.
But everybody else was literally questioning her. But because Sutton led the charge, they feel like it should be more on Sutton's part. And not only that, but she does a lot of it with folks on Twitter too, which doesn't make it a good look for her.
Mhm.
So, personally, in my opinion, this is not something that's a good look for her. I really think that she should not say anything that deals with her legal issues because it's not helping her case. Because every time she says something about her legal issues, they turn back around and find something that disproves the facts of the things that she's saying on the show.
Mhm.
So, the next scene that we have is Dorit's alleged robbery. So, we'll play this for y'all.
Thank God. I came back, washed my face, brushed my teeth. I got in bed, and I grabbed my pillow, and I was so happy to be in bed. And all of a sudden, I hear the door open. And I thought,
you're like, my kids.
My kids, exactly.
Course, yeah.
And then I don't see them, and I don't see them. So I get out of my bed, and that's when I saw not a little person, but a big person. When he saw me, he panicked, and he charged at me, grabbed me, put me down, get down to the ground, I'm gonna kill you. Put a gun to me, and I was just hunched over, sobbing, going, please, please, I have little babies. Please, I'm a mother. Please, I beg of you. My kids need me. Please, 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 please. My kids need me. I need you, please. And I was begging and begging, and the other guy was going, just kill her. Just kill her.
Two men.
There's two men. There was one of them that was collecting all the stuff. Where are the watches? Where are the cash? Where's the cash? And then the other guy, he stood up and he said, get up, show us where everything is. I said, okay. I stayed very, very calm. Take everything you want, but please don't wake up my babies. Please don't let them see you. Please don't let them see their mommy like this. All I could think in my head was, I have to do anything to save these kids. They need their mommy. Don't hurt them. Don't hurt me. I thought, this is it. I'm going to die. He's going to pull the trigger. And then I envisioned them killing me and then going and killing my kids. No. I have to figure out a way to move on.
You need to get in therapy, Dorit.
Right away. I know.
Right away.
You got to talk to somebody.
Right away.
Oh my! Please, can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to start off.
Cue tears. Cue tears. Tears must didn't come in that day. I like when I watched that. I was just so I felt like it was so phony. I felt like her tears were fake. I don't think the other people's her I don't think everyone's reaction was fake. I just feel like Dorit um was fake. Her whole oh mommy, please don't hurt my kids. Don't hurt my kids. No, I don't. Please, girl. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Y'all live in a gated community. How did they get there? How did they get
Period.
over your fence, through your gate, into your backyard, to shatter your window, and no one's seen it? Please tell me. Your husband's not leaving you home in a place where you're not secure or there's no security or anything, knowing that you're on national television. But
But but
you can
and
go.
here's the thing now. So this is how she was playing the story off, and I'm gonna just say this, and then you can continue to speak off of it because I know the
Mhm,
they didn't really fully play all of the stuff that happened. But what she said was leading up to this, she had a conversation with Garcelle the day before,
mhm,
and with her conversation with Garcelle, she basically was saying that her and her husband AP was I want to say in London. I want to say for like a wedding. I think
mhm,
like his brother or somebody must have got married, but
mhm,
her kids came back and he stayed in London because he had to handle like some business over there or whatever the case may be.
mhm.
So that's why she was like, he wasn't there. And I also don't know if you guys didn't hear it in a clip because I kind of played it far into it because it really wasn't that important. But
Mhm.
well, it was kind of important. It was just kind of a little too long. I really didn't want to sit back and have
Oh,
like
are you
3 or
talking
4 minutes.
about? Are you talking about
Go ahead.
the clip when the dog started barking and she was triggered
No,
allegedly?
no,
Oh,
no. And I was gonna
that
upload those clips to there, but then I was thinking like I didn't want to do that because it just looked so like so staged. It was like that she was
she's
like
like
I don't know if it was. Go ahead.
I feel like
We can't hear you.
what
I can't hear you. I didn't hear
you
nothing
know.
you said.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Hold on. You can hear me?
yes.
I said all the reports that came out saying that it was staged. Well, it was a fake break-in and things like that. Well, alleging that it was a fake break-in and everything. And I just feel like she's trying to push that story like it's a real, like my thing is, how did he come in, get in there, and then he just held the gun up to you? But you're
I,
screaming all this stuff when you see him, but your kids don't hear. I mean, I get it. You guys live in a big house, but I'm pretty sure your child's room isn't. on the east wing and you're on the west, or you get what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure whoever's in that
Yeah,
house is going to hear you, especially how she said she was screaming and begging for her life, her and her children's lives. Like,
but then but
girl,
like
bye.
here's the thing, and not to cut you off, but this is the stuff that makes it even more skeptical. So she
Hmm.
said normally when KP's away, her kids stay in her room.
Right.
This alarm system is always on, but all of a sudden at night you turn your alarm system off because if the alarm goes off, it wakes your kids up, and yada yada, and all this other stuff. And then on top of that, they were saying that this is another thing where I was like, everything is always alleged, and there's a lot of stuff of these girls saying stuff that are being disproven
Hmm.
because they said allegedly the system that they use out there, they basically have a feature that's set that works for night,
Hmm.
and I don't know what it's called, but it's basically like it only goes off just in case of emergencies. I forgot what the exact name that they used for it, but they were like it only goes off just in case of emergencies. And like, why wouldn't you want that? You know,
The extra
to be
security.
on when you have your kids there. You know, like your kids can get up. Like depending on like
That's
I'm
like
quite sure her kids are on a sleep schedule.
that's like why? Hold on. Let me. How would now she has this security and she doesn't want to use it. Use it. It's like that's like having a security guard and telling them at night it's all right to take an go ahead and sleep. Just wake up if somebody's here, or like what's the point of having that security system if you're not going to use it? It's for when you go to sleep and your family is in the home and you know everyone's in there. You put your security on for you and your family for anybody to come in. Like I don't understand why you would not like put your alarm on
Would
because you
not want to
don't
have it
want it to
on.
wake your kids. That doesn't make sense. That's the opposite of having the alarm.
Exactly, and
I don't
especially with
know.
her having kids. Not saying like her kids are not on a sleep schedule or whatnot, but you know, like
Hmm.
kids get up, they tired, they gotta use the bathroom, like
Hmm.
wander around a little bit, something. You know, like they'll be downstairs or something like you don't know what the scenario could be. But why would you not
Well,
want to have your alarm on
I
just in case like something like that happens? Like your kid could be
child.
like wake up shot dead in the middle of the morning, I mean in the middle of the night, and then walk around and like accidentally go outside. You wouldn't whip that on?
I don't. I believe Dorit as much as I believe her accent. Um,
Exactly.
exactly.
But I wanna wait. Actually, I might not wait. So here's the alleged tea. The alleged tea was Dorit was about to be demoted from a full-time housewife to a friend of the show. Basically because
Hmm.
she wasn't bringing anything. She didn't really have a storyline. And her whole storyline last year was the Erica situation and her trying to fight with Garcelle. So they said that she was about to be demoted to a friend of the show, and then all of a sudden, this robbery situation happened. And I'm using the word alleged because, you know, if this is a true thing, then like I feel sorry for her, but you really can't trust like a scenario like this.
Hmm.
Like
Right.
you really can't you want to believe it because of how severe the situation is, but it's like so many inconsistencies and like they like they only had they only got like $1 million worth of stuff. The only thing they took was mainly her stuff. was like handbags and jewelry, stuff that you probably had insured. Like came in there with book bags and left out with a comforter, and then you said that they took your phone and you told them please give you your phone, and they said count to 40, then we'll leave the phone by your gate.
I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay, Bubba. Bubba, I'm okay. Girl, shut up. I can't wait till we move past this because I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Torrin. I don't believe anything that's coming out her mouth. And the more we speak about it, I, no longer a fan of hers. I loved her when she first came on to the Housewives of Beverly Hills, but I can't with the whole acting and all that. I just can't. I don't know. She's giving me very much Amber Heard and Johnny Depp in court. I can't. I cannot.
Child. But all right. So before we go past this, the only thing I want to add on to this is, and then we'll just move right along. And girl, you can give your opinion on this
Hmm.
afterwards. But apparently, this was all alleged. KP, Dorit's husband,
Hmm.
owed um owed like $1 million in gambling debt. He was like $1 million in a gambling debt,
Hmm.
and the robbers still around $1 million in items as such as handbags, jewelry, and whatever they got from her in cash because she did say something about cash too. And then a few days later, KB gambling debt is paid off.
Yeah. KP paid it off that night them robbers came in. He told them people to come to the house and pick up their money, and that's what they did. They just, I feel like it was staged to look as if it was a robbery, and I guarantee you, everything they stole has insurance on it. Like, you get what
Yeah,
I'm
and that's what I
saying?
was thinking because if you know Dorit is a um I don't want to use that word,
What,
but
superficial?
no, I was going to say label whore, but I don't want
Oh,
to say like I don't want
exactly.
to use that word. But that's what she is.
Hmm.
Dorit rocks a lot of stuff that is labeled. So regardless if it's Gucci, if it's YSL, if it's Givenchy, a Hermes bag, like whatever it is, you're bound to see her in it, and whatever she's wearing, she has a lot of it on.
Hmm.
So for her to be like, oh, these are these aren't things that are of value. These are just items. It's like, nah, girl. These are like things of value to you, sweetheart. This gotta be because in
Hmm.
what shape, way, or form,
I don't care about all of that. I don't care about any of it. I just care about my kids and my
like,
family. I don't care about any of this. But every time they come on into the Housewives, soon as they get the first episode, when they're introduced, oh, I live a fabulous life. My husband does this. I'm always in Dior, Versace. You get what I'm saying? But then something like this
yeah,
happens. And Kyle, oh my God, when she was telling the story, Kyle, please get your shit together. I
girl,
don't have time for. Oh
we
no,
gonna get
no,
to her,
no, no.
girl. But did you see her pan into the camera? Girl, did you see her
Who?
cut her eye to the
Dorit or
camera?
Kyle?
Kyle, Kyle, girl was cutting her eye to
Child.
the camera.
Exactly.
But
Child.
I'm gonna get into her too because she start. Well, I've never really been a Kyle Richards fan like that, but it's just starting to blow me a little bit more now. So let's
I
just
have.
get
I
into
love
the
Kyle.
clip.
Kyle, she's consistent. She's consistent in being the scary one on the show. Like,
I mean,
but
I guess so,
I love her. I love her.
but she one of them girls that don't put in no work either. But that's neither here or there. Her only work ever consists of her and her sisters. Anything outside of that, she's always piggying up and piggybacking off of somebody else's problems and somebody
And
else's drama.
don't forget the alleged uh cheating scandal she had with Mark. What's his name? Marcuccio. And this was
Child,
well, this is not on this season, but she had some. Kyle had some tea. Don't do Kyle like that. Kyle brought tea to the
girl,
show.
and if it was any tea, it was unsweetened like McDonald's. So
Mhm.
the next scene we have is Kyle talking to Sutton about the situation, and everybody was kind of calling Sutton insensitive. So not before that. This thing they got sorry.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm all right. It's okay, Bubba. I'm all right, Bubba. Bubba,
With
I'm
all of us. When we argue, we say things, you know. Do, do you want to finish?
No, but I just disagree already. But go ahead.
Well, I'm saying I do feel very bad. I didn't speak up at Kathy's house.
You have a lot of nerve.
Don't talk to me like that.
Or what?
Seriously.
Or what?
Or nothing.
Right, exactly. Shut
don't-
up.
I know that she probably left that night, Kathy's house, and laid in her bed crying her eyes out.
Are you serious right now? I mean, am I feeling sorry for Erica?
No, I'm not. I'm just having I'm not.
I'm feeling sorry for her after how she treated me at that dinner.
I'm not
Are you
expecting you-
kidding me? She was so mean that night. She was awful. And no one at that table stood up for me. You feel sorry for her because she went home and cried? Maybe.
I'm not defending. I know that she does this whole tough bitch persona thing that's not her when she feels hurt.
Go talk to all those victims. Go talk to their families. They're crying. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. To bring it up to me, it sickens me. I get in trouble, but the men don't. It's double standards.
Oh, PK, I'm out?
PK and your
And my
husband.
husband.
He's not a soccer player. He's a lawyer. Yeah. And the wife goes, no, not the brain. Do the ankle.
She definitely was upset with them.
Double standards.
And upset with Dorit and me for laughing.
Oh, was she upset with you?
She was.
You and your husband were just having a great old time laughing at my up life.
I want to apologize for that dinner, but I can't control what comes out of their mouth.
No, and
I really
also-
can't. I know that Erica is still upset with me. We have been texting, but she...
No, not the brain. Do the ankle. That was my favorite part of that whole clip. Yeah, that was funny as hell when I seen that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, jokes are jokes. It's not as if they did it in front of her face. But I mean, everyone's gonna have their opinion, and it's their husband. Her husband. Is Kyle didn't say anything. I don't even think she laughed in that clip. But okay.
Just on,
Oh, wait, you're breaking up.
the Kyle did, but they focused on the
No, we can't hear you. No. Now I'm hearing your background, but it's like
Here.
it's still like breaking up.
How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry. Where? Was that?
No. We can't hear you.
All right.
Yeah, still breaking
All
up.
right,
You can go ahead, try now. It sounds a little bit clearer.
is it fine? Okay,
You said what?
I can continue.
Go ahead, try it now, because I'm hearing you. But
So it's Kyle West, I think. Is it,
no, no. You might have to go out the studio and come back in.
yeah, let me try.
So if you guys are here, we're having technical difficulties. Oh, there he goes.
Hello.
Hmm.
Is it,
Huh?
is it,
No, it's still breaking up. I don't know if it's like you got a fan on you or something, or I don't know.
Hello?
Yep, there you go. You sound much better.
All right, so Kyle was laughing,
Hmm.
but they were more focused on the husband. So it was like parts of her where you did catch it, but they won't show it because it was from last season, where she
Right.
was like snickering and whatnot. But
Hmm.
it was more focused on that. So it was that scene about her and Erica where she felt like she was being insensitive towards Erica's feelings. And there's also a scene, and I can't find it, and I could have sworn I had uploaded it, where um basically Kyle was talking about what happened to Dorit. Something was like that. She basically was going through a lot herself, and they was like, "Oh, it's not as severe as Dorit stuff was." And she was like, "Yeah, well, I didn't have a gun to my head, but like she's also been dealing with a lot of stuff too."
Hmm.
And a lot of people felt like she was being so insensitive. One, because the way Kyle delivered the message to everybody else did make it seem like she was insensitive. And two, because of how severe the situation is. But just like how a lot of people felt like she was being insensitive, a lot of people also felt like her reaction was a good reaction because they wasn't believing the stuff that happened to Dorit. Like they didn't believe that that situation was true. And um, there is stuff that happens because her and Sutton do get into it again behind this situation, but it'll be later, and then I'll explain why Sutton feels the way she feels later. But to piggyback off the situation with Erica, I feel like Kyle is trying to like.
We didn't hear anything, but go ahead.
Okay, so when it comes to the situation with Erica
Hmm.
and Sutton, I feel like Kyle is trying to prove her loyalty to Erica
Hmm.
because that whole she probably went home that night and cried after you
Hmm.
said those hurtful things about her. Like, girl, no, she didn't.
Hmm.
Girl, she absolutely did not go home. She did not shed one tear. She did not put one drop of water from a faucet on her face to make it seem like it was a tear. She did none of the sort.
And you were talking about Sutton.
No, Erica.
What about Erica?
They were like she was trying to say that after her and Sutton had gotten to it, she's quite sure Erica had went home and cried about the stuff Sutton had said.
Hmm.
And I was just like, that's not I don't believe for a minute that's true.
Exactly.
And I just feel like she's trying to do that so she can save face and make it seem like she's genuinely loyal to Erica.
Hmm.
And a lot of people was chewing her up because a former housewife that was on the show, Lisa Vanderpump, was talking about how her brother died and how her brother died and how it was a lot for her going back to England and whatnot and then coming back or whatever. And then Kyle stopped and looked at her and was like, we're all going through something. But Sutton's being insensitive because she feels the way she feels because Erica told her that she's going to come for her if she talks about her again. And then double back and said that Tom is connected to some real like heavy hitters, quote unquote. And that's what she was saying. Like, you don't need to focus on me, but you need to focus about Tom and who's Tom connected to. But you want her to be sensitive to her about that situation. Like, I don't think that's fair.
They want Sutton to be sensitive about Dorit's break-in?
No,
Is
about
that what we're talking
Erica.
about?
No, about Erica.
Oh, duh. Of course. Did you not see the clip when she cussed her out? Or what? Or what? Exactly. Shut up. Like when child, first of all, you ain't scaring me speaking proper English. Ooh. I'm shivering in my boots. Girl, bye. Get out of here. Or what? Girl, or nothing. That's what. Oh, good comeback, Sutton. Way to swing back. Like, girl, I can't. I just feel like from what I seen by trying to catch up, I just feel like Sutton came in as, any other housewife would. I feel like she came in with good energy and they took her kindness for a weakness. And I feel like now coming in on the second season, she has no need. She has no other choice. A wall up or against Erica.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I was saying that I believe that Sutton came in with good positive energy, on the show. And
yeah, she did that.
Some people took her kindness for a weakness. And coming in on a second season, she's putting up a wall. She needs to put up a defense mechanism. So I believe that's what she's doing especially with Erica. Like Erica tried to come at her like she was a bully or she was about that life.
But Pete game though. She offered to help Erica out when Erica was when Erica said that she was divorcing him and then she didn't know how she was going to live because basically she was living off his money. Like the only real job that she had was Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like Sutton was planning on helping her out even after Erica did her wrong. Sutton was like she was ready to let bygones be bygones and she didn't want the negative energy around because she seen how it was dividing the group and sat back and apologized to Erica. And Erica still felt the same way.
Yeah, like no one's worried about Erica. Like Erica need to go out there and find her another sugar daddy. That's what she needs to be focusing on. So her sugar daddy that can support her 50-year-old pop career. But anyway.
I just feel like, and I'm just going to say this and I'm going to move right on because I really don't know.
She probably like 60 something.
Erica like 53 now?
Oh, okay, yeah. 53-year-old pop career.
I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on because we're going to have to come right back to this because it's about to be Sutton versus 4 of the flop 4. But I want to say to Kyle that I don't know what these 4 have with each other, but it always seems like when something hits the fan about them, they don't go hard on each other like they do the other people. And all these people are friends. Like none of these folks that come on this show, with the exception of Garcelle knew Lisa Rinna beforehand, but she didn't really know none of the other girls. But
I'm sorry, but go ahead. I'm gonna say this afterwards. Just remind me.
The rest of these girls are quick to throw away friendships to have a storyline. I don't know what it is about these four when it comes to Erica, Kyle, Dorit, and Lisa, but I feel like that they have something on each other.
Child, let me tell you, Lisa need to keep that wig on because Lisa Rinna is wearing that wig, honey. She looks so beautiful in that wig. She needs to keep her wig on. She needs to let go of that. Ooh, I don't even know what we're gonna give that. That classy mullet. No. What is that style? I don't know. The Lisa Rinna cut. Let it go. Her and her 70-year-old husband running around getting their hair cut by the same barber. I can't. Let it go.
At this point, he cut her hair herself. I mean, himself.
Exactly. Bring the three bowls, honey. So I can give you some layers at the end.
Bring the knife that I used to cut the tomatoes.
Bring my fishing knife, hon.
Don't worry. All the hair that comes off we can use for our garden in the back. They said human hair is good for plant growth.
Yeah, compost. Put it in the compost. I can't. Let it go, Lisa Rinna. Please let that hair go, girl. Get that. You need whoever your stylist is that did your wig, keep them forever. She looks beautiful. She looks like 20 years younger every time she in the confessional with that wig on. You can't even notice her lips. I'm sorry. Beautiful.
All right. So the first. All right. So that was basically just the episode one. Kind of got to get the ladies again. Starts off with picking them up from old drama or whatever, and the situation happens. On episode 2, I skipped a lot of scenes in episode 2, and I only skipped a lot of scenes from episode 2 because I don't want to hear about Dorit's situation. Everybody, we just covered it like for a good at least like 30, maybe like 25, 26 minutes. We get it. Girl, somebody robbed you. Your husband, gambling debt is paid off. You took one for the team. You took one for you, for your job, and for your husband. On to the next scenario. This scene is why, well, these first 2 episodes is why I declare this the Sutton Stark show. Because Sutton got invited to Lisa Rinna's husband's birthday dinner. And let's just say things got a little hot straight out the gate.
You know, Lisa and I have had a little thing. I don't know if y'all heard about it, because I may have overspoken. I love her accent. I didn't mean to hurt you or Harry when I spoke of something in public, and that's something that I don't normally do, and that was my mistake. I'm sorry.
I appreciate you saying you're sorry. I do. But you didn't buy a table. So let's just be clear about that.
What?
You canceled your table at the last minute. Yeah, you did. And you left them high and dry. And I had to scramble to get the tickets that we were supposed to have.
I canceled the table?
That's what they told me. Harry's publicist.
Well, they're lying to you.
This is what happened. I always get tickets. They gave our tickets away because Sutton said, please sit at our table. I said, great. The day before, we got an email that says Sutton canceled her table. You guys don't have any seats. The tickets are sold out. There's no more tickets, but they said, would you guys come and do an interview for half an hour with IMDb and we'll give you seats at their table. So that's what I did. If we need to dig into it, we will. But it's embarrassing to the charity.
I am a very philanthropic person. I'm not going to be told that I canceled. That's not going to happen. No.
I thought you have a receipt for the table.
Did you bring them?
Lisa, come on. First of all, I don't cancel a table.
Can I just say, guys, it's a little bit classless It's not something that should ever be discussed.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, you brought it up that it was canceled, though. So she's proving that it's not.
I honestly think that you need to find a different subject. I really do think
I'm
it's
embarrassed by it.
classless.
You know what? I'm embarrassed by it, to be
Both
honest
of you,
with you. I'm
like,
embarrassed.
honestly.
I mean, I know Rena has her own receipts. Put those away. That's tacky. That's tacky. And Rena's like, yeah, tacky.
It's embarrassing, Sutton. It's embarrassing to the charity. You know better than that.
I also know what slander is.
Oh.
And I did not cancel a table.
Are you going to sue me?
Slander.
Are you going to sue
That's
me
an
for cancel? You
interesting
canceled
word.
a table at the last minute. Per my
Slander.
publicist.
Cancel a table
And he
at
said,
the
I'm
last
sorry,
minute."
you and Harry no longer have tickets.
You know that this is not true.
Sutton, show it. If that's your proof, show it. This is your time.
If you got it,
No,
got it.
but if you got it, show it.
I agree.
I have to put my readers on because I am 50 now. So we read, will Harry Hamlin and Lisa Rinna be sending in registration forms to purchase tickets? In return, I write, I am going to take care of Lisa and Harry's tickets. Here's my Amex on February 23rd. Thanks so much, Sutton. We've successfully processed both. For the 2 seats, it was $11,500. That's it. So there you go.
She paid for the table, y'all. She paid for the table.
But did you back out last second? For whatever reason, Lisa was given that information.
I mean, I'm not trying to be anything other than this is what I was told.
You guys, Diana can speak to it because she underwrites this party. This is her event.
I'm starting to see why Rena has invited Diana to the party.
She could have paid for it and said, I'm not coming.
Right.
I think she's not only a friend, but perhaps a character witness.
And they could have released the table.
No, she did go.
Oh. As it turns out, I am very involved with this charity. I have been main sponsor of this charity event for a very, very long time. Elton and his husband David is a very good friend of mine. That charity is something that is very, very close to my heart. It's very personal. So you were both at this event?
We sat at the same table.
Come on, y'all. This is so unfair.
Okay, why is it unfair? You brought it up, baby. You got to, like, figure it out because you're the one that started.
Huh?
All right. You ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Case in point one. This face right here is when you know you're about to clear somebody. Okay? This is a face of somebody who has receipts. This is a face.
Then don't do it.
This is the face of somebody who got caught in a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because that whole, you know, you didn't buy a table. You backed out last minute. Reaching. Stretch Armstrong. Reaching. Mr. Fantastic. Reaching.
Just this deceitful as that hairstyle.
Exactly. Exactly.
This clip really annoyed me because Lisa really tried it. Like, she tried to call her out. Sutton brought her receipts, and then Lisa's like, no, like Kyle said, wait, what's the new lady's name?
Diana. Hello?
You lady shouldn't do that. That's not classy. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And then Diana's like, no, you shouldn't do that. That's not classy. And then, like Kyle said in her confessional, like, oh, and then ball it up and toss it out. Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it then. Like, if you want someone to prove, prove me wrong. Because the information that I received from the from the event, from the workers from the event, is that you cancel. But where I felt like where they lose me on this one is, why would you say she canceled, but y'all was sitting at the same table? That's the part that I don't understand.
So what she was saying was, she was like this. Basically, what she was trying to say was, the person was saying that whoever the person was that got in contact with Harry's publicist, they were trying to say that Sutton decided that she didn't want a table anymore, and she just wanted seats. But in the receipt, it doesn't say Sutton's name. The publicist says some lady. Her the publicist who reached out to Harry's publicist was like, "Oh, Sutton," but the original email with Sutton was like that some lady wasn't doing it anymore, and that's why I was saying that I had receipts, because case in point one.
Wait, what's going on here?
Lisa,
Oh, that's Lisa. Oh, she looks
Harry,
nice.
Jennifer Tilly, which is the girl who does the stuff for Chucky.
Yes, love her.
Who also happens to be Sutton's best friend.
No.
Now, obviously, you can see right there in that corner by Lisa, that's Sutton Stark.
No. Lisa doesn't look like she upset there. Like her table was canceled or anything. And she had to hop through hoops to get to the event. She looks like.
Point in case two. Lisa was talking about how she's been going to these events for all these years. Matter of fact, let me go right here before we get to Sutton. 2015, they didn't do anything. I mean, that you couldn't find the list of the people who bought tables. 2018, Lisa nor was Harry's name listed on anybody that had bought a table or a seat. They didn't even pay the minimum. They didn't even pay the minimum to do that, to get there. She was steady talking about how Sutton didn't buy a table. And you guys, you can look all this up on Elton John's Law Foundation page. Here's the thing for all those people that can see that. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but if you can't, I have it right here for you. Don't worry. 165. Who was that? Sutton Stark. Donation amount?
$77,500.
All right, and let's get into it real quick. She paid $70,000 because $70,000 covered. What did $70,000 cover? $70,000 covered a table. I want to say for like 10 or more people. And $70,000 is a grand benefactor package, which is one virtual table experience with seating for 10 guests, additional viewing passes for up to 5 households, and a grand benefactor recognition listed during the event and invitation listening. And she also did a patron ticket, which was $7,000, which was one viewing pass for the entire event, including private pre-party telecasts and special performances, patron recognition listing during the event. Which means she also paid $500 for something else that's not listed on here. Lisa, girl, you couldn't even can up a thing of Harry sauce and sell it on the street to get you and your man a table.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she want to be the queen of owning something so bad, and the queen of let's put it out there. If we got receipts, let's bring receipts. This, and that, and you had that one measly fourth grader's receipt from the Scholastic Bookthon, and thought that you was about to bring that up there and try to clear something out and make something look like the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And she doubled back on your tell with her Amex card.
Mm-hmm.
With her
receipts.
With her Amex card and her Rolls Royce and her vintage outfits. It ate you up real quick. Not even to mention Diana ain't even come and do what she was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You brought her on there to try to help you out, girl, and she just called y'all classless.
Exactly.
And shout out to Garcelle for not letting these
having
ladies
a backbone.
For not letting these ladies try to do what they did to something what they was doing all them other times. Because I'm quite sure if she ain't make something read that receipt, Garcelle was going to read that receipt.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to her and Garcelle for being real friends and doing what real friends are supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we about to get on Little Miss Struggle Face, lowest man on the totem pole, real quick.
I know you're not talking about Erica.
Yeah, because I'm done with Lisa.
Oh, you tried it. I think everyone's done with Lisa. Lisa always trying to find somebody to beef with.
Yeah, and there's this alleged
for her barber.
There's this alleged thing going on where they said that Lisa secretly signed the deal with Bravo.
Wait, Lisa?
Yeah, they said Lisa secretly signed the deal with Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the deal was that basically her storyline would consist of others.
Mm-hmm.
Like none of her storylines but ever consist of the stuff that she goes through. And I'm guessing this has happened after I guess this happened after the Amsterdam scene. Remember the scene that we always laugh about?
Which scene is that?
About the let's talk about the husband.
Oh, yes.
I think that happened after that scene.
Oh, as far as
her getting that secret deal with Bravo.
So what's the secret deal?
That basically, you know how everybody has a storyline, like how the stuff was the robbery, how Erica's stuff was the
court case.
The court case. Like everybody has one, except for her. Her stuff always consists of her piggying back off of somebody else's thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But shout out to Sutton for making her work for that diamond. Next case.
But at the end of the day, you really important charity, and you. But at the end of the day, you both wanted to support a really important charity, and you did. So I think that you have to say that some miscommunication happened, and honestly, the receipts. It's.
She did. She did apologize.
Yes,
you did apologize, and I do appreciate that.
Lisa, you know what it's like to step in it.
Yes, I do.
So I did. And that's what I did.
Where's my apology?
And you're not getting one.
Why not?
Because I don't like you.
Oh, good. This is a mutual thing. Yeah, never. Go yourself.
You can
yourself. Oh my God, you guys, come on, we can't talk like that. Don't talk like that to each other. Okay, guys. Okay.
Yeah, you.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Okay, ladies, come on.
Obviously, Erica is not over her beef with Sutton.
You know what you did? What? You pretended to be my friend. And you know what that is? Lying.
No, that's actually just playing your ass.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm out.
It's so ridiculous.
You're gonna leave?
Yeah, I'm leaving. This is Betty. I mean, it's just too much. I just feel like she's apologizing. Your feelings are hurt. How do we get past this so we can move on? And I just feel like we're being nasty just to be nasty.
I do too.
Oh no, I don't want to be nasty. I can move
Let's
on.
resolve this. Just accept it.
It's true. I will
actually-
accept your apology, and I'd like to move on. I don't want to
Please.
make this a big deal.
Let's just not. You know I adore you. And I would never do anything to hurt you in a million years.
Okay, that's crazy. I don't think you adore her. What?
I do.
You do?
I do. I like her. I like Lisa. I want her to act right. And I didn't act right.
Cut it out.
I'd rather you...
Cut it out.
Oh, shut up.
No, you shut up.
Sit here with me.
Cut it
Please.
out.
I can't take this.
It's so fun. I can't.
No, I know. You're enjoying yourself too much, and that's a problem.
I know. I'm sorry.
Whew. Oh God, whatever. First
Thank
of
you
all,
so
I love
much
Erica.
for making somebody else work for their diamond. Thank you.
No, bye. No, no,
Girl,
thank
you
you.
go ahead and start because I know that you love this struggle face,
I love me some Erica Jane,
struggle
honey.
income, and miss I can't pay my bills.
50-year-old pop star, love her to death. Love her. I love me some 50-year-old Britney. Now, let me tell you something. Well, I can't look at me ready to defend Erica. I cannot defend Erica in this situation because Erica was being messy and she was being very negative. And I'm pretty sure she knew she wasn't going to get an apology. I don't know why she thought that she would after how she's been treating Sutton. But the whole fluke you and fluke you too, like the whole that was so petty. Like everyone at that table are too old to be doing that. Like, come on now. So I just feel like Erica has a lot of anger and issues that's going on right now, dealing with the things that's going on in her personal life, her private life. And I just feel like she wants to release it out on someone, and unfortunately it looks like it's Sutton. Like it's really like Erica's really like giving me like she wants to lay hands on her type vibes. And as you know, they don't really do that in Beverly Hills on the Housewives. But stay tuned, we might get it from Erica and Sutton, because I really feel like that's what she wants. Like I really feel like she wants to lay hands on her. But we'll see, because it was really childish. And even like I feel like Sutton, she was okay. Sutton was too nice, or with her, coming with the receipts to Lisa. Like she just accepted her apology and they just moved on or whatever. But Lisa was coming for you, girl. Like I just feel like oh, I love her. I would never do anything. Child, that's not your friend. She's not your friend. Don't love her. Don't adore her, because it's something inside of her that doesn't want to love or adore you. Like who chooses to make up a whole lie and then tell the person don't bring their receipts? Like you're accusing me of something. At least allow me, to speak on it. I'm not feeling Lisa. I feel like that was a scam. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Um,
Oh, I don't
to
went
your
back to Lisa.
to your statement about Erica,
Mhm.
I just want to say, boo! Tomatoes, tomatoes, throwing tomatoes. Girl, I just want to say this, and I'm about to make this real quick. Erica Jane, who was no longer Erica Girardi, who does not have nothing, nor a cent or a penny, and cannot get herself a 4 for $4 from Wendy's, should stay in her tax bracket.
Don't come for her.
You are now the lowest man on the totem pole. Excuse me, you are now the lowest woman on the totem pole who cannot pay her rent and who sold all her cars that probably wasn't in her name to ride around in a Range Rover. Granted, your car is better than mine. But guess what? I get income tax. My check's clear. I don't have to worry about a Ponzi scheme, embezzlement, fraud, any of that. I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to sell my condo in Chicago. I would not have to do any one of those things that you had to do within these last few years because I feel like, well, not because I feel like I wouldn't have done any of the stuff that she did. Just going to be honest with you. And I feel like you want to pick on Sutton because she thought that Sutton was going to come back around and give her that crying energy Sutton gave her last season.
Mm-hmm.
But this lady right here is a brand new Sutton. I don't know what it is about her or what she got going on, but she's a brand new Sutton and I'm living for it. And once again, argue with people in your tax bracket, sweetheart. Argue with people in your tax bracket and argue with that man that you're still legally married to. That's what you do.
Don't come for Erica.
Because at the end of the day, no, because I used to be a fan of her. But you really don't know nobody until they're put into a situation and their true colors show. And I'm quite sure as the season progresses on, a lot of you guys will feel the same way that I felt. But I sat here and I watched her from the time I started watching it up until now. And I can honestly say between this season and last season, we got to see who the real her was. And the real her is nasty. It's giving stink attitude. It's giving she's not in her tax bracket.
Mm.
It's given who this girl truly is. It's given who Tom was, who Tom saw when he went and met that girl at that restaurant she was working at when she was taking his order. That's what it's given. And the simple fact that you are still harboring on this situation with this girl, all simply because she said for her image, she would not rather be around you until things clear up for you, better for you. You're doing the most.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of them? What about Kyle? What about Dorit? What about them and their husbands sitting back and laughing at you?
Mm-hmm.
What about all them other girls? Once again, your so-called friends. About your so-called friends sitting back and questioning everything that they know about you. What about them? You met Sutton 2 seasons ago. You knew these girls basically the whole entire time that you was on this show.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to sit back and you're going to question her on her loyalty and her integrity. But to be completely honest with you, she don't even owe you $1 to help you pay them people back that money that money that you spent that was theirs.
Mm-hmm.
You have two other friends because Lisa's sticking beside her for some odd reason. I don't know why. Miss Lip, cheekbone, face fillers, and all of that with this 1932 hairdo is sticking beside her so hard. Mm-hmm. But you had two friends stick beside you, and they dogged you out last season. Every chance that they got to, they dogged you out, and you did not feel not one type of way towards them. But you feel some type of way towards Sutton. Make her work for her diamond, Sutton. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, shout out again to Garcelle for picking up the vibes and setting the tone and letting them know that her and her friend are going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to y'all two of that duo. I know that y'all can't see Crystal on here. Crystal Minkoff. Crystal Minkoff is married to one of the producers who made The Lion King. Oh, wow. I know y'all can't see her, but shout out to her too. Well, her up season is to come. But let's move on to this last scene.
It's someone that loves France.
Oh, Francophile.
A Francophile.
I learn something new every day.
I know, I can teach you a lot of things.
I'm just wondering if everything's okay with you.
Yes, I'm really good.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because now you're making me think about something that's been bothering me.
Go ahead.
When you came to my old house, after what happened with Dorit, it was really hard to shake what happened to our friend. Our friend had a gun held to her head.
Yeah.
And you were just like, oh, I'm putting out my own fires, and, you know, I've got my designer coming in from France, and he was held at the border.
I was having a very busy morning, I'm sorry. Yes.
It's that reaction, again, that's very strange. And then you said, well, I'm sorry I didn't have a gun held to my head. Friend had her life threatened.
That was such a weird thing to say. I didn't even remember
then you said,
it. How can you think that it's weird? That was weird to me.
You don't think, let's back up. I want to back up then. You don't think when I just said to you.
I was working. I am sorry. I was working and I was talking about that and maybe my brain was there. I don't remember. It's confusing.
I don't know if this is a new you or side of you I didn't know. I don't know. I just know that you seem a little off.
Kyle.
Yes. I don't know what planet Sutton's on. I don't think it's this one, though. Something's up.
Nothing's up.
It seems like you didn't give a like.
That's not true, and you know it, and stop it.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
I don't deal well with
emotions, because you cried a lot last year about moving out of your house.
I don't deal well with guns. I don't deal well with burglaries. It's
Nobody
difficult.
does. Well, nobody does.
My house was broken into when I was 14 years old, so there's that. My father shot himself in the head, so there's that. Is this what you want?
That's not what I want. Oh, Sutton, it's not about you right now, I'm sorry. And you're doubling down, which is really freaking me out. A part of me wants to say, I know that Sutton's not like this. I know her to be better than that. But another side of me is thinking to myself, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. How can you be so insensitive? I don't know if that you're just so wrapped up in your own world that you're not even listening, or you just don't care.
What was I supposed to do, Kyle?
Your reaction was your reaction. Your reasoning is your reasoning. But I had to say something, because it has been bothering me.
No, not saying it. I'm such a Francophile.
Who?
Ciao. Ciao.
Thank you again. For
Why
making
when it
somebody else work for their diamond.
Child, she got a resting bitch face. I mean, a resting female dog face. Let me tell you something. If that was her friend, she would have been concerned. She would have went over there. She would have checked on her. You don't like. We all had things that we deal with, but you don't set like something like that. You come to see. You come and check on your friend. You know, oh, I have my own things going on. I don't, child. She got resting female dog face. I don't like her. And I don't think she really cares about people like she says she does. But go ahead. Give her the praise.
One, Sutton texts Dorit when she found out. It's not her condolences over there to Dorit. Condolences, whatever we want to clear this up and classify this as. She went and did that. Diana Jenkins ain't fly from across the world to go visit her when she found out about it. She ain't stopped anything that she was doing. Homegirl all the way at the end. When she found out about it at the dinner table, she ain't stopped what she was doing. I was like, oh my God, Dorit, yada, yada, yada. When they said something about Dorit, she's like, oh my God, yes, that's so sad. I heard about it just now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what, first and foremost, granted, this is a show, and granted, this has happened to her. Why do y'all, like, why are these folks sitting here and expecting these people to stop their lives to do this stuff? Like, let's be honest here. Let's be very honest. There are millions of people. There are thousands and hundreds of people who live out LA who probably get robbed on a daily. Do they stop by every time they hear something about this and about somebody out there happening to somebody in Beverly Hills or LA and stop what they're doing and make sure they run down and go check on them folks? No. Oh, but because it's Dorit, she's supposed to feel how she's supposed to feel. And then not only that, but you don't know this, but prior to, Sutton had to continuously keep saying this. That's why when you catch her, she was like that. She's not, what she say? She's not a fan of guns or something like that. Cliche as it sounds, she's not a fan of guns. Nobody's a fan of guns.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, Sutton sat there and watched her dad kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
Sutton was held. Well, you guys heard that she was basically part of a robbery thing herself. So maybe that's something that she doesn't talk about. Maybe it's something that she suppresses. Like, maybe it's not something that she hasn't fully dealt with. That's childhood trauma there. That's what that is. That's childhood trauma. Why would we sit back and expect for her to go through that? Like, this is a classic Kate and point of they don't know each other. And I'm kind of really getting tired of Kyle steady trying to make this an issue, because it's not an issue. She said something that was a little insensitive. Yes, we get it. It was insensitive. She said it. A lot of people say insensitive stuff. There's many of the people every day who said something insensitive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a clear classic case in point that girl has childhood trauma dealing with that stuff. And why would y'all want to sit back, one, and make her go back and go over there and then have to, like, possibly have to deal with that stuff. And then she'll be sitting back crying and having this whole thing, and then y'all sit back and ask her this, and how she feeling. And then if she says that, then y'all be like, oh, Sutton's making it all about her.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'd be a whole situation in itself. Well, Dorit went through it, and this is something that Dorit went through, and this is something that happened in Dorit's life. But Sutton just had to make it all about her.
Mm-hmm.
In all reality, she dove herself back into work, was focusing on immigration and a designer, still had the time of day to sit back and text and let Dorit know. Yeah, she might have said something that was a little insensitive. But Kyle, what do you want them to do, girl? What you want everybody to sit around and hold hands, light candles, and say a seance? Like,
not even that. Like,
that what we supposed to do.
Dorit and her husband sat there and laughed at Erica and what her husband is going through. Like, they made jokes about it. But when it comes to Dorit, like, you gotta be there 100%. Like, you need to, like, no. Like, I don't like Sutton. Don't get me wrong. I do not like Sutton at all. There's nothing about her that I like so far that I've seen. But
girl, you only seen 2 episodes of Sutton. Go back and watch the other season.
No, she doesn't make me want to. Because if I gotta go back and she doing the same dumb stuff she was doing with Erica at that table, I'm good. But I just feel like it's double standards. Like, come on, Kyle, you were sitting right there when it all happened. But did you get on? Like, Did she confront her husband and Dorit and Oh man, I forgot her husband's name. JP.
Oh, PK.
Oh, PK. Sorry. And PK, like, I doubt it if she, I doubt it if she did, because she should have confronted them right then and there. I think it's just double standards, and maybe she's more like Sutton is more of a friend to her, so she holds her to a higher standard as far as her behavior. But no, I just feel like that.
I'm sorry, but you sat back. I don't even mean to get off topic, but this just has to be said because I'm going to say it again later on down the season. You sat back and you let Lisa Rinna comfort your sister, Kim. You sat back and went against your own sister, Kim. This season, we're going to see Lisa and Erica versus Kathy Hilton, also your sister. You have all these people who are your friends constantly come for your people, come for the people that carry the same blood as you. If something was to happen to you and they needed a blood transfusion, none of them girls up there will be a match for you, sweetheart. Not then one of them girls. And I'm gonna say this again, even though I said it earlier. Lisa Vanderpump's brother died. When she sat back and she was expressing how she was mourning and grieving and all of that stuff, what did you say? Other people are going through stuff too, Lisa. So how does that make that any better for what Sutton did? In which shape, way, or form, Miss Shriveled Up Nose?
Wait, are you talking about Kyle?
Yes.
Oh, don't do that. Ain't nothing wrong with Kyle. Kyle is beautiful.
Child, cute as she is, shout out to a lot of the surgery that she had.
She didn't have a lot of surgery. All she did was got her hair cut.
Shout out to all the surgery she had and all the fillers that's implanted in her face.
Shout out to Diana, because that's the one with all the surgery and fillers in her face. But continue.
Y'all
at this point, the whole cast member got a whole bunch of fillers in their face, enough to fill K. Michelle ass. But do continue.
Y'all are sitting back and y'all are trying to perpetuate this thing against Sutton. And y'all are not doing anything but helping Sutton out in her favor. It's going in Sutton's favor. Nothing that any of you guys are doing is going in y'all favor. Y'all are these four, well, with the exception of Dorit, but we're still going to include her in there. These four females and somebody that was on the show prior to who was no longer on the show because she lacked substance.
Oh, I know. I just did my little snicker, but I know you're not talking about Lisa.
No, I'm talking about Teddy Campbell. Remember when you was trying to watch it? You was like that girl that was up there that was pregnant when they had the old header.
Oh yeah.
That's her.
Yeah, I agree. I think I did watch that season when she came on. I think she had like a trampoline or something in her yard. Like she wasn't. Yeah, she was. How long did she stay on the show?
She stayed
How
on
long
for
did
like
she
two.
stay on the show?
I'm gonna say like 2
She
seasons.
made it for 2 seasons. Wow.
I'm gonna say. Yeah. Y'all sit back and y'all think y'all are gonna sit back and pick on one person like they've been doing all those seasons. They did it with Yolanda. They did it with Kim. They did it with Lisa Vanderpump. They did it with Kim Richards. And they tried it with Garcelle. Thank you, Bravo. Finally, you guys listen to somebody and giving us a diverse cast with something that makes the odds even. You guys are finally giving us people who are actually going to make these girls work. Because a lot of these other people would stop showing up to filming, would stop coming to scenes, wouldn't go to the reunion, or they would leave the scenes early. You guys gave us 3 people, and I know y'all can't see Crystal on here, but if I can get my picture on here that has the picture with Crystal on it, then you guys will see who Crystal is.
Oh, that's who you talk about. I didn't even know someone was in the chair.
Crystal is this girl sitting down here. Crystal Makeoff is married to Rob Makeoff, who I want to say he produced or was like an executive producer or something like that on The Lion King. Shout out to you for giving us Crystal, Garcelle, and Sutton. Because without them
just talk
three,
about Diana dress.
Without them 3, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills would have failed these last few seasons. So thank you for giving us 3 girls who are giving us content. Because the rest of these girls ain't giving us nothing but an 8 count on TikTok that is not working out in their favor.
I just want to say, I'm okay. I'm all right, Bubba. I'm okay. Oh, gosh. I can't. These people are hilarious.
Child. They old and tired and late. And I wish they just bow out gracefully. I wish they just bow out gracefully. And stop taking storylines allegedly. Stop using
At
other
this point,
storylines.
I think Bravo need to come out with another show, like for the housewives that fell over the years. Like give them their own reality show, like Erica,
And I
Nene.
would not be watching that, and wouldn't be watching her either.
Oh, I would. It would be so much drama. They gonna fight for that money. I'm telling you, they need to do it. You hear me, Bravo, Andy? If you're out there, if you're out there, never mind. I can't say that.
So,
Just
girl, I
make
hope
sure
you want to go say the C thing.
Yes, I was. I was gonna say, put it down and hear me out. Oh God. Oh shoot, I sure was. No, can't say that. Oh man. But Andy, we need another housewife show. Just all the bring back all the returning like housewives, like the cast members that left. We need Nene. We need Nene left. Erica is still there. Let's say this. Well, all the housewives that need money. We need Nene. We need Erica. We need Phaedra. Who else? Oh, well, Lisa doesn't need money, or Phaedra doesn't need money, but Lisa Vanderpump, we need her to come back. Oh, and Brandy. Oh, yes. Brandy, Lisa, Nene, and Erica Jane.
Girl,
Give me
not
a couple days, guys.
face.
Huh?
I said not permanent swollen face.
Yes. Swollen face. We need them. We need that that show. Or even like a little reunion or anything to make it like a mashup. Call it the Housewives mashup. I'm here for it.
Well, Brandy Glanville will be on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So she and oatmeal cream pie face will be on there together.
Oh, we need the housewives and their husbands. That's what we need. That would be a perfect show. Those housewives and their husbands, their gay husbands. We need that. But go ahead. That would be a great show.
Um, Personally, I just feel like give us this. All right, that's who would drop Diana off. Diana fits the housewife criteria because she has money, but so far she's given lackluster. Move her to the side, make her a friend of the show,
Mm.
and just bring back Kim. If we can have
Who?
Kim, Diana.
Wait, who move who to the side?
Diana, the one all the way to the
Oh
far
no, I
left.
like Diana. No, I love her. Look at that dress. Oh no. She needs to stay. She needs to stay. I don't know who's the girl that's hidden behind me, but she can stay hidden. Take her out.
No,
And
Crystal Makeoff,
leave the
that girl.
rest.
Crystal Makeoff came off very. Crystal Makeoff had a very strong start last season. Kind of ended a little bit flat, but I heard this season Crystal Garcelle and Sutton. I'm just gonna call them the big three.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that they made them girls work this season. And they made them punch that clock in, and they had to punch that clock in and come to work full time. Thank you guys. But we can remove Diana Jenkins.
No.
She doesn't do nothing but fit the criteria of money, the money aspect of Beverly Hills.
I hate Erica dress. I really do.
And bring back Kim Richards. If we can have Kim come back on, and if we can have
no.
clear her sister, Lisa, and them all again, I will be fine. I will be fine.
Leave her.
You said what?
Child, don't nobody want Kim crackhead ass on the show.
First of all,
Leave
girl,
Kim.
language,
Oh, sorry.
monetization will be when we start making bank.
All right, I'm sorry. Leave Kim crackhead behind where they left her. I'm good on Kim.
Allegedly crack, guys. Don't quote us on that.
Oh yeah, alleged. We don't know what she was doing, and we really don't care. But Kim used to run around looking like my mom new Chihuahua, eyes wide as hell open, running around for no reason, just there, just stupid. No, thank you. We're good.
Listen, Kim, Garcelle, Sutton, Crystal, and Kathy, and not even Kathy, because Kathy would probably pay the girls dust because she got too much of a reputation to entertain them. But let me say something. If Kim was on here and they was coming for Kim, if they was coming for Kathy the way that they are going to, and Kim was on here, I promise you on everything, God can strike me down right now if I'm lying.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you on everything. Kim would have had Lisa, Kyle, and Erica crying. Worse than what Erica was doing on that reunion.
Mm-hmm.
I just personally feel like it does happen, but it doesn't happen enough. And I feel like it only happens when her sister, aka Kim, is around.
Mm-hmm.
Is when we finally get to see Kyle humbled. And I feel like that's what,
yeah.
I feel like that's where
She all running around there every time Kim is on the show. I said because all Kyle family secrets come out when Kim is on the show, and then Kyle's always running around trying to pick up the pieces because her sister don't let something else slip out her mouth. Like, no. Kyle's doing better on the show without Kim being there.
But guess what? It would only be better if Kyle grew a backbone.
She has one. Just because her confrontation is in the same way that you or I would perceive confrontation.
She would stop spending money on getting her nose broken to get a new nose.
Oh, you tried it.
And spend her money on getting that scoliosis fixed.
What scoliosis?
On her back because she lacks a backbone.
Oh, mm, touche.
Stop getting surgery on that nose, girl, and get that back fixed. And stick up for your sister how a real sister is supposed to stick up for them. And stop believing what your flop friends have to say. Because that's what it boils down to.
Kyle always been like that since
And,
well,
and granted, that might be
yeah,
her
she was on the
character.
first season.
Granted, that might be her character. But guess what? There will never be a chance that I'm ever on a show with any of my siblings or any of my favorite cousins where somebody felt like they'll be comfortable enough to be in my face and disrespect them.
Mm-hmm.
Or comfortable enough to sit back and feel like they can come up to me and tell me anything about any of my siblings or my favorite cousins that I don't know. I just want to go. I want to go against the grain. Period.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she does. She go against the grain constantly, and then she always crying, and then she always stressed out, and then she always got to get a crystal roller or roll her face around, or she always got to sit back and try to take a vacation, or she got to sit back and try to open up some cans and fix her something to eat, or try to make us feel like she's a family person because she's doing something for the family on a holiday to try to get that empathetic factor. Girl, if you would simply set boundaries and let these girls know what and what is not off limits, your life would be fine. She always complaining about how the show is stress is how the show is so stressful.
Mm-hmm.
It is only stressful because you want to be the bone carrier, girl. If you cannot be the bone carrier, pass it on to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa is doing fine getting that 1970s hairdo dirty.
Oh.
That's what I mean by lack substance. She lacks
They need to
substance.
add younger people onto the show. Everyone on here is just like older. If they want to keep the show going, they need to add younger people to the show.
They don't even have to add younger people to the show. 4 of them can bow out gracefully. The four longest standing housewives on here can bow out gracefully. There's nothing left that you guys have. There's nothing that you guys have to offer us anymore, with the exception of Erica, because that this case situation is going on. But after this case situation is going on, I don't care who she's reverse cowgirling on. I don't care if she's trying to spell out a name doing a coconut song. I don't care about what man she's coming to get to. I don't care about her doing a green screen look to do a pop dance from 1954 again. I don't care about her trying to be a Barbie. I personally will not care about anything else that she has to offer once this chapter of her life is over. After this season, I expect nothing less from Kyle. You let people come in between you and your sister relationship with Kim, and you're allowing somebody to come in between you and your relationship with Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's just clear that you're just using this stuff for a check. You want your family stuff to be out there, but you only want it to be out there if it's a negative effect on them.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you still look positive, it's fine in your eyes. If it's negative on their behalf, it's a great story for you.
Mm-hmm.
As far as it goes for Dorit, girl, if you had to sit back and allegedly set this robbery stuff up for you to keep your diamond, let it go. Obviously, that diamond you got was Zubik zirconium, and it wasn't made from no pressure.
Well, what about why didn't they take her ring that was on her finger? Like do you see her rock on her hand? Why wouldn't
Girl,
they take that?
they didn't take her ring on her finger, and PK was on there boasting about how his most expensive watch was 60 grand, and they didn't take that either.
Ciao.
And they can do away with Lisa with Lisa Rinna. I could care less if she's on the show anymore either. She don't really bring nothing on there. She let Kim eat her up too many times, and she let Denise Richards eat her up, and she let Garcelle eat her up. Homegirl ain't winning no battles. She does the same thing every season. She goes back and runs those two big flappers on her attached to her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
We do a whole bunch of arguing back and forth, and then guess what she does at the reunion? Mm-hmm. She cowers. She goes back into that shell, and the only thing that she wants to do is apologize. Mm-hmm. That's it. Them four have nothing else to offer us anymore. Get rid of them. Mm-hmm. Don't renew their contract. Don't go past go. Don't pay them the other cent. Mm-hmm. It's fine. They gave us a good run. Kyle's been on here for how many seasons is this? 12, 13? 12 seasons? Mm-hmm. Kyle's been on here for all 12 seasons. Erica, Dorit, at least have been on here for at least 7. It's ran its course. Thank you, but no thank you. We want to pass go on these ladies next season.
Mm-hmm. Well, not Kyle or Erica.
We want to pass go on all 4 of these ladies next season. They can go ahead and join their friend Teddy on Teddy's podcast.
So I guess that's it. No?
Nope, that's it.
I mean, I thought we was wrapping up.
Yeah, I'm saying, is that it? You got nothing else to say?
Oh, no. Trust me, I spoke my mind on everybody. I love you, Erica. Keep making the videos, girl.
Girl, you about to get muted real quick. Don't play on my time like that.
No, I really love Erica. I love you, Erica. You too, Carl.
Girl, we want to thank you guys for tuning in.
I was another saying, unmute me. Oh, I'm about to go off. I wanted to say, fluke you, Dorit. You and your storyline. I'm okay, Papa. Go ahead. Take it out.
We want to thank you guys for tuning in to another TSL show. We'll be back with you guys on Tuesday with our 4th Real Housewives of Atlanta review. And we'll see you guys again on Sunday with episode 3 of the Real House of Beverly Hills review. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to Jay's reality blog, Bravo's Narc Side, and everybody on Twitter who made my job a lot easier by posting those receipts, for giving us all our screenshots and footage for today. And before I get off again, once again, as always, this is maybe the last week. I'll probably say it again on Tuesday. Well, we have one more week, which will be next week. And we'll be talking about not talking about, but once again, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. And as always, take time for yourselves. If you guys need to seek therapy, seek therapy. Any form of therapy, not just talking to somebody on the couch. Art therapy, any therapy of expression of any kind, please seek it so you guys can get yourselves together and overcome any battles that you guys are going through. And we'll see you guys again on Tuesday.
Remember, keep it shady, guys.